Welcome back to our next episode of Allison's Angler, where we delve behind the scenes into quality home furnishings so we can share with you what to look for when you're making smart purchases for your home. Today we're going to be focusing on leather furniture, and this is probably one of the most misunderstood things in my line of work. You hear so many buzzwords thrown around about leather: top grain, full grain, genuine, bonded, aniline, semi-aniline, dyed, pigmented. Who can make sense of it all? Well, that's what we're here to help with. We're also going to be meeting with David Sigmund in the Leathercraft Furniture Showroom at the High Point Market. David is the Vice President of Leathercraft Furniture, and he was kind enough to spend a few minutes with us to talk about the history of the company and what they're doing to raise the bar. They really do stand true to artisanship and quality fine furnishings, and we look forward to sharing a few minutes with him. I just wanted to mention too, if I haven't before, that I don't get paid by any of these companies to share this information with you. Nobody's advertising on my website. I do this because I feel very passionately about sharing my knowledge with you and bringing some of these people into your room so you can make very smart decisions when you're making purchases for your own home. And not just buying into what is marketed and sold to the masses, but really learning about and understanding what you're buying so that you can make wise decisions and make decisions of pieces that are going to last a lifetime. You may not want them to last a lifetime, but you also don't want to have to be throwing it away in 2 years. So that's a little bit about my passion for doing this. So we are also very, very fortunate to run into Corey Damon Jenkins while we're at the Leathercraft Furniture Showroom. Corey is an HGTV celebrity designer, and he has licensed some pieces within the Leathercraft line that bring it to a whole new level. Very creative, very innovative, and a wonderful gentleman. We were so happy to be able to spend a few minutes with him. I hope that you will enjoy this episode with David Sigmund and the Leathercraft Furniture line. I have a very in-depth and comprehensive article on my website where you can really go to read a lot more about this subject because it's way more than we could possibly touch upon in this brief meeting. Be back with you soon. David, nice to meet with you this morning.
Nice
Thank
to meet
you
you
so much for taking time to share a little bit about the history of Leathercraft and what makes this a high-end quality leather furnishings line. Can you share a little bit with us about that, please?
Well, one of the things to look at is Leathercraft is a family-owned company, and next year will be our 50th year.
Wow, great.
So the founders of the company, we're in our second generation now, started the company to be a upper-end leather upholstery, specialist. And that's what we have set out to do, and that's what we have done. We have over 450 colors of leather from all across the world, and one of our main jobs is to find those leathers.
What can you share with us, or maybe the consumer that doesn't know too much about leather furniture and they're exposed to what might be in some of the big box stores, what is it that makes it different?
Well, just like anything else in life, you get what you pay for. And all of our product is built to the highest quality specifications. We use Appalachian maple hardwoods. You know, the frames are all double down, glued, screwed, corner block, all those good things, all those ingredients that go into making a really nice piece of furniture. A lot of our pieces still have a soft spring edge, and nobody hardly even knows what that is anymore. Most of our cushions, except for those that are down in feather, have coil springs, like in a mattress inside. So really, upholstery today better upholstery has become a lost art. And we look at it as an art and a craft. We don't treat it as mass merchandise. So if you don't know what you're buying and you don't know what you're looking for, you can make some really big mistakes.
Yes.
Plus, our product has a lifetime limited warranty. So if we've done something wrong, we know how to go back and correct it.
So would it be fair to say that some of the most important aspects of buying a quality piece of furniture is what the consumer buyer doesn't see? It's what's beneath the surface.
Just like in any major purchase, you have to know what's inside. Yes.
It's like opening up the hood of a car.
You've got it. And now they even cover the engine, so you can't see those.
True.
So you need to go to somebody who's a professional, who knows, that you trust, that you know can tell you inform you what's inside.
Thank you. And can you tell us a little bit about the different levels of leather?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, some key points people might want to know or understand about that.
The better selections of leather, and selection is a term based on the quality to hide it from the standpoint of imperfections. The better selections in the world come from Central and Northern Europe. And it's very easy to understand why. They have a cooler climate, no insect infestation in Europe hardly. They don't use barbed wire, and they don't use hormones or growth material or anything like that. These are just naturally occurring growth in these animals. The other thing about leather is a renewable resource, and it's a byproduct of the food industry. We're not taking fabrics and using oil, petroleum-based material to do that. So, it is a renewable resource. But that's where the better selections come from. The next best selection of leather would come here domestically, and then you have other selections in South America and in Asia and other places. And usually those leathers are going to have more scars and imperfections in them. Now, the strange thing about leather is the more you do to it, the more you do to leather, the less it costs, because your selection process is based on the amount of scars and flaws that it has.
Excellent.
And you have to cover those scars and flaws. You have to put the makeup on to cover those things. So.
But I think to me, some of the beauties of the best leather pieces are the imperfections.
Are
it's
the
the natural
imperfections.
hide markings, right?
Yeah. And what you do, the key in buying leather upholstery is making sure the people that you're working with understand what leather fits your lifestyle. If you're a person who cannot take the fact that maybe the arms are going to stain over a period of time, or maybe the headrest, you maybe need a pigmented leather that you can clean with soap and water and have no problem. Me, I prefer the natural leather, but that's the real way that you keep from making an expensive mistake, is getting with somebody who understands what leather really
Lifestyle
is and
choice.
how it's going to react to your family.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
If you've got 2 cats and a dog and 3 kids and you have pizza in the family room, maybe you shouldn't have a pure aniline.
That's a very good point. Thank you for sharing that. I'm certainly impressed with the line, and I look forward to working with it on client projects that fit in with the lifestyles. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing your
You're
time
welcome.
with us.
Thanks for coming by.
Good morning. We are at the Leathercraft showroom today with HGTV design star Corey Damon Jenkins. He has designed a beautiful line of furnishings for the Leathercraft company, and we'd like him to share some of the special pieces with us today. Thank you, Corey.
Oh, it's my great pleasure. I am so excited this market to introduce this collection with Leathercraft. When we sat down and talked about what we could do in our collaboration, we figured out ways we could push the concept of leather forward and push that envelope a little bit. So this collection really celebrates dressmaker details, a lot of very beautiful high tailor design, and it's had some great reception so far.
It's fabulous. I love what you've done, and thank you so much for sharing a few minutes with us to talk about it.
Absolutely. So some of the pieces that I'm most excited about are the Gwendolyn tete-a-tete. The tete-a-tete is a piece that carries the weight of more than one person, 2 at a time, and I named it after my mother, Gwendolyn, because she carried the weight of 3 boys and my father, and she still does in many respects, but she did so with great style and finesse and class, and so that tete-a-tete is named after her because it also carries the weight of more than one person, but it's very stylish with the pleating and the dressmaker details, so we're really excited about that. The Alexia lounge chair, again with that open pleat in the back, pulled shut by those 2 frogs or a singular frog, it's just something you don't see with leather, and it really pushes that envelope forward. And other pieces that I'm excited about are the Anastasia daybed with the loose side inserts on the side. So it's a very traditional piece, but that loose side element kind of turns tradition on its head a little bit. And the Xavier bar cabinet, which is a really hot commodity right now because it has leather on the front with the nail head trim, but it's very beautiful mirrored interior, and it's just sexy. The whole collection is a very sexy, fashion-forward concept. So there's a lot to look at, and I'm just really honored to have partnered with Leathercraft to create this venture.
You've done a fabulous job. I've always loved Leathercraft's products, but you've taken it to a couture level, and it's just beautiful attention to detail and all the dressmaker details.
Yeah.
Really great.
And it's such great quality. You know, they are a celebrated brand for over 5 decades for a reason. They have embraced the true nature of good quality workmanship and craftsmanship. So the idea of partnering my brand with theirs and creating this fabulous new collection, and it doesn't just look good, it sits great.
It does.
That's so important for consumers today. They want the look, but they also want the functionality as well.
You're not designing a museum-like environment. It's beautiful in every detail, and I can speak to the fact that it's incredibly comfortable.
Yes, yes.
Great job, Corey.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you.
I hope David's excellent information and Corey's unique pieces piqued your interest into learning a little bit more about fine leather furniture. Remember, I have a very in-depth article on my website where you can delve into as much as you ever wanted to know about leather, or maybe you didn't, so you can make some wise and informed choices for yourself. In our next episode, we'll be leaving the showrooms of High Point and going behind the scenes to an upholstered furniture production facility where they produce fine furnishings, and we get to see every piece from the ground up how it's made, from the base to the spring system, the cushionings and upholstery and tufting. Get to meet with the people behind the scenes that make it all happen, and we really look forward to sharing that next episode with you as well. Stay tuned.